The old version of you is ending, and this is why it feels so heavy. So before we begin, take one deep breath. If this message finds you today, trust this is not an accident. Your soul already know this moment what's coming. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel if your heart is calling. You two walk with this journey together. Give this video a gentle like as your personal act of energy exchange and write your first name in the comments. Just your first name. By writing your name, you are placing your energy into this sacred space. Many beautiful souls from around the world pray for one another here, sending love, lights, healing, and blessing. I personally read your comments, and every name becomes part of this circle of intention. So if this message brings you a peace or clarity and you would like to support the channel, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your donation help this work continue. The donation link is waiting for you in the first pinned comments. Now, let's begin. There's something happening inside you, something you cannot fully explain. You wake up feeling different. You go sleep carrying emotions what doesn't seem to belong to anything specific. Sometimes you feel like crying without knowing why. Sometimes you feel exhausted even after resting. Sometimes the things that once made you excited feel strangely empty. And perhaps you were even started wondering, what's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. Absolutely nothing. You are simply reaching the end of identity. This no longer fits your soul. This is not depression. This is not failure. This is not punishment. This is a transformation. Transformation rarely feels comfortable because transformation asks you to leave behind a version of yourself that has protected you for years, even if that version carried fear, even if it carried self-doubt, even if it settled for less than you deserved. The mind wants familiarity. The soul wants freedom. And when those two begins pulling in opposite direction, life becomes heavy. That heaviness isn't your enemy. It is evidence. Evidence what your soul has already stepped forward. While your human heart is still saying goodbye. Imagine standing between two worlds. Behind you is everything you will ever know. Ahead of you, it's everything you are prayed for. But there is one difficult place, the bridge between them. No one takes enough about the bridge. Everyone celebrates the new beginning. Only few understand the secret ending, because endings feel uncomfortable. The old identity doesn't not live quietly. It whispers, go back. It will safer here. What if you fail? What if people leave? What if everything changes? And yes, everything will change because you ask the universe for change. Remember all those nights you prayed, asking for peace, asking for purpose, asking for true love, asking to become the highest version of yourself. And the universe is answered. But the answer doesn't always arrive wrapped like a gift. Sometimes it arrives as discomfort. Sometimes it arrives as ending. Sometimes it arrives as silence. Because silence creates space. And space allows your new life to enter. Many people misunderstand this stage. They believe life is falling apart, but spiritually, life is reorganizing itself. Imagine cleaning an old house. Every drawer must be opened. Dust fills the air, the room becomes messier before it becomes beautiful. So your soul doing exactly that. It is opening every forgotten room inside you. Old fears, old memories, old heartbreak, old disappointments, not to hurt you, but to release them forever. You're not relieving the pain, you are emptying it. There is enormous difference. Notice how some friendships no longer feel aligned. Notice how conversations have changed. Notice how plays that once feel exciting now feel silently quiet. You haven't become cold. You have become clear. Clarity often feels lonely before it becomes peaceful. The old version of you search for validation. The new version of you search for truth. The old version feared rejection. The new version choose authenticity. The old version changed people. The new version attract aligned souls. This transition is scared, and scared transitions are never rushed. Nature never rushes. The sunshine doesn't apologize for taking time. The butterfly doesn't hurry inside the cocoon. The seasons doesn't complete with the another. So why you are expecting yourself to transform overnight? Give yourself permission to become not perfect, not finished. To become. Simply becoming. And that, it's enough. Now, beautiful soul, I want you to listen carefully. So, what I'm about to say. Because this may be one of the most important messages you heard during this season of your life. The heaviness you feel, it's not coming from where you are doing. It's coming from what you are carrying. Read that again in your heart. The future is not making you tired. The future is calling you. What is exhausting you in the weight of identities, expectations, fears, and stories that were never meant to accompany you into the next chapter. Many people think spiritual growth is about gaining something, more wisdom, more abundance, more love, more intuition, but in reality, the greatest spiritual growth often comes through subtraction. Universe begins removing what no longer resonates, removing what no longer supports your highest timeline, removing what keeps you attached to a version of yourself that has already expired. And that process can feel incredibly uncomfortable because human beings become attached, even their suffering. Sometimes we become too familiar with old pain, what we mistake it for our identity. Sometimes we become too familiar with something else. Perhaps for years you were the person who always recused others, the one who always sacrificed, the one who always gave more than they received. I see that. The one who stayed too long, the one who forgave endlessly. Yes, it's all about you. The one who carried everyone's emotional burdens. And now, your soul is asking you to put those burdens down. But part of you wonders, if I stop carrying everyone else, who I am? That question alone creates enormous emotional weight. Because you are standing at the doorway of new self. And every doorway requires a decision. You cannot carry the entire path through it. Something must stay behind. And this is why many people feel emotional before major breakthroughs. There are grieving identities they never realized they were wearing. You are not only realizing people, you are realizing a version of yourself. The version who tolerate less than they deserved. The version who doubted their intuition. The version who constantly sought permission. The version who shrunk to make others comfortable. The version who apologized for exciting. So that version is dying. Not psychically, energetically. Spiritually, emotionally. And every death creates a sacred space. Many ancient traditions understood it. They knew that become rebirth comes surrender. Before expansion comes emptiness. Before enlightenment comes uncertainty. The ego hates this. The soul understands it because the soul knows something beautiful is being prepared behind the scenes. You may not see it yet. You may not understand it yet, but your soul feels it. That is why you keep moving forward despite everything. This is why you continue searching. This is why you continue listening to messages like this one. Some part of you it already knows. You are closer than you think. Closer to your breakthrough. Closer to your healing. Closer to your purpose. Closer to your next chapter. The old version of you keeps looking backward. The new version keeps hearing a whisper from the future. A whisper that says, keep going. I know you are tired. I know you're confused. I know you cannot see the entire path. But keep walking. There is something powerful happening right now. As you listen to these words, your soul is remembering. Not learning, remembering. Because deep inside, you have always known that you were meant for more. More peace, more love, more authenticity, more freedom. Not because you are better than anyone else, but because your soul come here with a purpose. And purpose always requires evolution. The caterpillar cannot fulfill its purpose but remaining a caterpillar forever. Eventually, it must enter the cocoon. And that is happens inside the cocoon is fascinating. Everything dissolves. Everything. The old structure literally breaks apart. For a period of time, there is no caterpillar. And there is not yet a butterfly. Only transformation. Perhaps this is exactly where are you right now. No longer who you used to be, not yet who you are becoming. Existing in the sacred middle. And the sacred middle feels messy. It feels uncertain. It feels lonely. It feels heavy. But it's not permanent. The cocoon never meant to be your home. It is simply your place of becoming. So if you are feeling emotional lately, if you feel questioning everything, if you are feeling disconnected from old habits or old people or old dreams, do not panic. Your soul is not lost. Your soul is evolving. You are not falling apart. You are falling into alignment. And alignment sometimes feel like destruction before it feel like a peace. Trust the process, trust the timing, trust the intelligence of your own soul. because something extraordinary is happening behind the surface. Something your future self will one day thank you for enduring. And one day you will look back in this season and realize what has felt like at the end was actually the beginning. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes, for your subscription. See you soon. With love, Atma.